welcome to another episode of No Games, No Life, the Pop Samurai Network show that talks all things gaming from the table to the screen. We're here live on twitch.tv/Pop Samurai Network. Do join us, subscribe, share to everything. Find us on social media. You can look down below on the page if you're watching us on Twitch, or you can just head on to Instagram, Facebook for Pop Samurai, or Twitter at Pop Samurai Cast. And if you got any questions, comments, or anything like that you want to send in, send it to popsamurainetwork@gmail.com. I'm your host, Jelani Hoon, along with hosts
Pat.
John.
and first time gaming host here. He's been with me since the beginning.
Alex, what's going on?
Is here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here. We're going to go through some of the stuff we're playing, a little bit of news, and just have some general fun. So hopefully you guys are liking it out there. Please subscribe, share, and like everything. We don't really advertise. We just rely on your guys' word of mouth. So please send out those beautiful mouth noises to people. Guys, how you doing?
Doing good.
Doing great.
Doing really good.
Alex, I'm grateful and thankful that you've graced us with your presence here today.
Yeah, on a weekday.
You've been here since you've been with me since the beginning.
I said no weekdays. You got me into a weekday.
Yeah, he's not a weekday person. He's like more of a weekend, warrior, as
Yeah.
they call it, right?
Yeah.
So no movies today, no TV today, no just random talk. It's all about gaming. What are you playing?
Super hot.
Super
Yeah,
hot.
Super hot.
that's consumed
Super
my life.
hot.
Super hot.
Yeah, yeah. That was probably in recent memory the perfect free game on Xbox Gold Live.
Yeah.
It was just like no pretense to the game. Just went into it,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the old school
PS1
format.
kinda,
Yeah.
polygony.
Yeah.
Very old school polygony.
And
I mean,
as you go,
PlayStation used to have like a polygon mascot before they switched over.
yeah,
Funny.
yeah. But the story too, the story to the game. I mean, they put the gameplay is just basically random situations. If anybody's played it, it's like you're dropped into these crazy situations where you fight your way out. And you can replay it and edit that, and the story too. Kind of it's bare bones, but you're just a guy playing on this new game, and you slowly get integrated into it. It's weird. It's like
So like,
surreal.
the main gimmick though is always just like time only moves when you move,
Yes.
and like that just like changes like the first person aspect of shooters so much.
It's a game changer. I mean,
I can say right
I
now
mean,
that it's
what
probably
else
one
can
of the
you say?
best VR experiences you can get.
Yeah, I have
Because
not
literally,
played.
Like, you have like the two motion controllers and like stuff that's like someone throws a ninja star at you, you can catch it out of the air and throw it back. You can hit
Yeah.
a guy and he drops his gun, you grab the gun, and you start going John Wick on everybody, and it's pretty awesome actually. So
Ghost, you
know,
can go
yeah.
into other people and
yeah, exactly. It's pretty
switch
cool.
bodies. Like, when did you start playing it? Like, what
Like,
was
well,
Did I miss
okay,
out?
now-
Like,
now, so
for the longest
I
time?
mean, playing Super Hot VR. That like, I don't know if I don't have it. I've played it with a buddy of mine before, but because they had it. But it's one of those games where it's like, yeah, this is a game that I gotta get. I just haven't gotten around to it yet for the PlayStation VR. They do have it, and it's probably one of the top selling ones that it's constantly always ranking top of the list for VR games sold. But yeah, it is super fun. Literally, like, because you played it on the Xbox, just game controller and everything like that, right?
Yeah,
In there, literally, your movements, and everything that you're doing, because the VR
Okay,
tracks
yeah,
all your
yeah.
movements, your hand movements, your body movements. So once you start moving, they start coming after you, and it really makes it really fun because of like if you ever wanted the experience of like I want to be John Wick for a moment, I want to be a badass assassin. It gives you that, and then also like when you fail at like a task, you want to jump right back into it. It's like no, I was this close. I should have grabbed that gun instead of going for this and throwing this, or I could have threw that better, or I could have shot this better before this guy got to me, or something like that.
yeah, I
So-
like that. It's like, I may have killed those guys, but I'm gonna restart this level and just go back and see if I can do it better.
Yeah, it's always, and it's funny because it's just like one shot kills on everything, so it's actually pretty fun. Anything else you play?
I mean, Fortnite
You're
a
still
little
on
bit.
Fortnite?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've kind of abandoned the Players Unknown.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a whole exodus happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I think
definitely.
like for
we
me,
can-
like these are the two like top things that are happening right now, and I think they're just gonna keep waxing and waning between the two. Like once PUBG comes out with another thing, like it's like gonna be like, well,
PUBG came out with the mobile thing, or was that Fortnite?
No, Fortnite dropped their mobile just recently, and
Yeah.
PUBG did it right before them. But like,
Okay.
so now you can play PUBG and Fortnite on your phone. So that's
Wow.
Yeah.
that's crazy. Which is leading to our topic of the show later on in the show that I have.
How are you supposed to play that? Just with the touch screen or?
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's actually like
It's actually very well done. So,
Yeah.
So the question, like that topic of the week, guys, a little foreshadowing here is going to be mobile gaming. What do we think? Do we think now that they're dropping these type of games on the mobile devices, do we think this is going to be leading to what future of gaming is? Is everything now going to be not only consoles but also as phones advance, are we going to get them on mobile as well? Because like Fortnite and PUBG aren't like slouch games,
Right.
I mean, you can still play on a super high PC and still have the game crash on you.
Right.
on like PUBG and stuff like that. So, but that's later on after we're all done with everything. But topic of the show, keep it in mind, guys. But yeah, Fortnite. I haven't actually jumped into it. Has anybody else jumped into Fortnite?
I played a couple games.
I've never played Fortnite.
I want to. I have it downloaded. I just haven't touched it yet.
It was
Yeah. It's
it's a
good.
daunting thing. I was
it
like,
has
do
no
I want to?
tutorial. It's
Yeah.
just like here,
Jump.
you're in the game now.
Yeah, it's
figure it out.
it takes the top spot from Players Unknown because I mean just building the aspect of building something,
Mhm.
and everything that it has in relation to PUBG. I mean it's just a little bit more cleaner, sleeker. So
Here's the thing though, like both of those games, none of them have a really good tutorial.
no,
Like both of them just drop you in and just like
Just
fend
learn.
for yourself, and it's
Learn,
just like
but-
and that's the main. I mean,
and that's how it's spread though, word of mouth. Because like
Mhm.
if it got spread through word of mouth, somebody else is gonna show you how it works.
yeah,
But if you don't have that someone showing you, if you just heard, oh, this game is big, let me try it out, and you try it out, and it's just like, I don't know what the hell's going on. What am I supposed to even do here? It gets a little like daunting. That's what happened with me.
yeah. I kind of I just
Do you
saw-
play by yourself, or do you group up with people you know?
I usually group up with people I don't know because
Oh.
I'll do squad.
Yeah, the third one.
There's
the
like
third
a,
option.
there's like a matchmaking option, right? Yeah.
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 So I'm usually doing that. Got a lot of friends from just whoever has a headset. You
Mhm.
kind of like
Mhm.
squat up with them.
Yeah.
So, but I had to go on YouTube and kind of like
Right?
watch other people play and see. Okay, this is
That's how you do it.
the that's a good tactic. I'll try that out.
What are you ranking every time in a match?
Oh.
You say your average ranking in a match.
Average.
Average. over
I'd
your
say
whole
top
game.
25.
Top 25
Yeah.
out of 100, right? They do the 100.
Yeah, out of
match, right?
100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
So I stepped a little bit into the Fortnite, and it's just like I really feel like I made a mistake going in solo. I thought like, oh yeah, I'm first trying this out and going solo, like that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like if you go in first, I recommend going in just like do the quick match with the group because it's just so much fun. Like you're
Yeah.
trying to cover for your buddies, or your buddy wants to go like over here, so you do like some covering fire and stuff like that. And, like they just add so much more dynamic to
Mhm.
it than just playing solo. I feel like solo is the wrong way to start if you're like fresh into this game and don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you, can just like, explore a little bit more, it's a better option. Yeah, to go squad.
All right. John, what are you playing?
I played.
Oh my.
I'm getting ready.
I finished The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Okay.
Was that this morning?
The detective game?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you could consider it.
Oh, does it like go off the rails or what?
I mean, you guys haven't played it. Do you guys want spoilers or?
I mean, you don't have to spoil it.
Light
Okay.
spoilers.
I won't spoil it.
You
Then.
don't have to spoil it for us. Like, so how you experience all the way through the game? How do you feel?
I feel okay. So here's the thing. I did like it. I thought overall throughout the whole experience it was good. I thought the ending was like not really all that satisfying, but I've also kind of noticed that's kind of a big thing with a lot of like walking simulator games is that it's like it'll present this big like air of like mystery, but then like by the end it turns out it was actually just something really mundane and like not super interesting. But I think it's just like that's just because they want you to be really interested in what's going on during. But overall, I'd say I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. I think another one of my problems that I had with the game was that like there are a lot of these like big, like it's a very beautiful game. It's a very like nice looking game, and they sort of have these big open spaces where you can like explore and like look at all like the like natural environment and stuff. But the problem is that in those environments, there's like nothing else to find. Like it's literally just an open environment, and then you find nothing but like rocks and like sticks and stuff.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, overall, I'd say it was a good experience.
I remember
liked it.
that back when Firewatch first came
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
that was the
when you were talking
complaint
about it,
there.
like, yeah.
like everything was very empty besides of what you're getting from the actual game.
Yeah.
like thing. So I remember, that's kind of a thing that you get a lot from some of these what they call walking simulators.
Yes.
But you still overall enjoyed yourself.
I did, and after I finished the game, I was like, "What? That's it?" And then I like looked up a bunch of. I looked up like a bunch of like if I missed something, and I found out there were like a bunch of secrets, but like there was no like anything. There was no like extra endings or anything to it, and I thought that was a little bit disappointing. Although it did, one of the secrets was like a really like crazy. What would you call that? An illusion. Basically, at the very beginning of the game, it's implied that you come out of like this big long tunnel, but from there you sort of just like go on and you like go through the whole area and stuff. But if you stop and like turn back around and go back in through the tunnel and you walk all the way to the end of the tunnel, you come out right where you were before, and it's this crazy like it's like a weird like illusion or like I don't know. I guess we'd call it like a forced perspective. I don't know, but that was a neat thing about it.
Okay, all right, okay. Anything else played?
I also started playing Dark Souls 3 today again. I'm
Now,
doing.
is this in preparation for the remaster?
I guess so. Yeah, I think you were talking about Bloodborne. Oh shit! I think you were talking about Bloodborne a whole lot recently.
Yes,
And that got me thinking. Oh man, I kind of want to play some Dark Souls. And so
good.
I'm getting back into it. However, this time I'm doing a run where you know how you level up by like putting your
souls
points
into
your points into stats and stuff. So this run, I'm only putting points into luck, and I went deprived to start off with. So that means that all of my stats are going to be 10 except for luck.
Yeah.
Which is going to be like super duper high.
Okay.
So you
questions
have some
for
crazy items.
Okay, so for people who don't know what the hell that means, like me,
Yes.
because I've never played a Dark Souls game or Blood, whatever. What does luck do for you?
Is that crit or no?
It's actually not nearly as good as you probably think it is.
It's terrible, actually.
All it does is that it gives you a little bit of like resistance, like to like damage when you put it in, and then also it gives you bonuses.
Wait, I heard it's not even like physical damage. It's only like element, like like the poison and fire damage.
It does do that too, but it also does like a little tiny bit of physical damage as well. Okay. And then also it does really up your the amount of damage you do when you do bleeding weapons. And then I think it also boosts your item discovery.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
But I think that's it.
So when you kill an enemy, they have a chance to like drop an item.
Yeah.
And with higher luck, they drop more items.
Okay.
But it could be like, like they drop their like ragged pants.
Yeah.
the enemy could just like drop their loincloth.
Yeah. That's already happened a couple times to me.
Yeah, but
they just drop a loincloth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but the whole like impetus for this idea was I watched this YouTube channel called Two Best Friends Play, or I guess it's called Super Best Friends Play now. But basically, they had a Dark Souls 3 playthrough where they had this character that they named Lucky Ted, and somebody proposed, oh, we'll call him Lucky Ted, and we'll only put stats in luck, even though that's like a fucking terrible idea.
It's not a great stat.
No, it's a bad stat actually, but like you can beat the game doing that. So I mean, I figured, you know what, why not? Yeah, and that's what I'm doing now.
Nice. And that-
You know, you come up with some of the weirdest ideas
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like run throughs of games. Do you
Mhm.
actually beat the games when you do these weird run throughs?
Sometimes, like, I mean, a lot of times I'll just do it until I kind of get bored of the
Like,
concept
because
and
you know
stuff.
what we need to like stream your playthroughs of some games and these weird things that you do, because
Yeah.
like talking about it, I don't think does it justice when you're actually seeing you do it. You know.
Yeah.
All right. And Pat, what about you?
I played Bloodborne until like 8 in the morning today. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah. So Bloodborne was last month's PS
Yes.
PlayStation free game.
Yeah,
So-
and I got into it, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm having so much fun with it. Like, I almost feel like I'm playing like Dark Souls 1 again, which is
Right.
like, oh, it's so good. So they had this new thing called Chalice Dungeons,
okay.
where like they're like, if you cannot get enough of this like kind of playstyle game, we'll just give you like a random generator of it. So like you can like generate your own dungeons like randomly,
Okay.
and then you get summoned in, and you still get help. Like all the mechanics still work there, but it's just like randomly generated dungeons, and it's just so much fun. Just like going in there, like at this, like I did that so much that when I went back to the main story, I was over leveled because
Really?
like yeah, and I was like, and there's no, it's not fun when you're over leveled in a you know From Software game,
Right.
because it's just like I don't want to like just kill these guys. So I just have like all these souls now, or
Right,
blood
right.
echoes now, and it's just like I spent them on just like random. Like I have like every item now, or
You put them all in luck. That's what you did.
God.
It's
All right.
just- it's so fun. Oh my god. And then like okay, so I came up to this point where so normally I don't like looking up like the maps or where to go or anything. I
Mhm.
just look up like the story, like oh, if you want to do like the quest for this character, because their games are normally pretty convoluted. Like the quests for their characters are just like you got to be here, and then like between this point and this point in the game,
Yeah.
you got to meet them over here.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't go there, you miss the chain is broken. So I normally look that up, but I got to a point in Bloodborne where it's just like there were 3 just huge pathways for me. And I'm like, I gotta look up a map. I gotta look up where to go, because like I'm not even sure where to go from here. Bloodborne is super wide open game.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
it.
All right. Anything else?
Oh,
Pat, I'm talking to you,
here-
Pat.
yes,
Like,
so,
you were
yes,
just talking
yes,
and you lost the train of
yeah,
thought.
no, because I was tuned to Bloodborne. So yes, as everyone that listens to this podcast knows, my waifu Irelia
Oh,
has been
great.
has been
Let me just zone out for a second.
has
Lay
been
back.
changed forever. This last Tuesday,
But
I-
you haven't played her yet, though.
I have not played New Irelia yet,
Okay.
but I would like.
Now
I
this
would-
is League of Legends. Talk,
League,
right?
yeah, League of Legends talk. Yeah, League of
talk.
Legends. So Irelia is a player that character that I played through like so much in League of Legends, and they completely revamped her kit, like everything about her. I would like 5 seconds of silence. 5 seconds of silence to remember the old Irelia. Okay.
I mean, like, okay.
Like,
I didn't really have anything to say about her. I mean, like, I know, I mean, the new one looks pretty cool.
It looks
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
Have so you haven't?
It went live, and I was tuned to Bloodborne. It went live
Okay.
Tuesday, and I was just playing Bloodborne all day.
So I think the question on everybody's mind who has been watching, and if you're new, thanks for joining us here. But are you going to play the?
yes, I'm gonna give it a shot.
New one? Okay. Because
If I don't like
you
it,
were
though-
talking about that they're killing off your character and you're
like,
being
yeah.
sad. And
I'm gonna give it a hard. I'm gonna give it like a hard, like like maybe like 2 weeks of just playing her to make sure if it's if I'm still
okay.
into Irelia. But if not,
Alright.
I might have to look up for like, a new waifu.
Okay. All right. Not too bad. Okay. Jumping over to me, things that I've played. I want to tell you guys a story. This is a little story about a farm boy. In Stardew Valley, right? For the Switch. Jelani has been playing some farm boy, and Jelani decided, you know what? I'm not about that farm life. I'm about that mining life. And decided to go into the mine shaft and mine for the past few days.
Wait, I heard.
That's all I did.
I heard that's like the
I
dangerous
didn't do
zone,
anything,
though.
guys. I'm sorry, what?
I heard it's dangerous in the mine.
Yes, it is pretty dangerous. That's when you actually got to bring out your weapons because like there's like weird slug monsters and things like that. So, I decided I'm about that mine life right now.
So you,
I'm gonna-
you just spent the last 2 days in the mine.
I just like I would like so the thing is like here's the thing about Stardew Valley, right? You start out the day with a certain amount of stamina
Okay.
for the whole day, right? Now I do have some plants growing in the farm, right? Not many. I'm not really about that life right now. I was decided I was gonna be like I clear out the field. I succeeded in my task of clearing out as much of the field as I can. I don't have the money to upgrade my stuff yet, to break down the bigger stuff. So I was like, you know what I need? I need to do something to focus my mind, really build up some stuff. So after I waste a little bit of stamina in the morning, I run over to the mine. It's like across town. And of course, you know, if you ever played a Harvest Moon game like I have, that you only have a certain limited amount of time before you got to get back to bed. You know, it's across the town. You get in the mine and you start mining, and you start off on a floor, right? And it's just a big cave, and you're just digging around and breaking rocks, and you break the rocks, and eventually you'll find a random spot where a ladder is, and then you can go down into the next level, and that's what it is, right? And you'll randomly encounter different monsters as they're walking around. You try to defeat them, and of course, defeating them costs you stamina. They hit you, it costs you stamina, and then but the deeper you go, the more like good stuff you can find. You know, good metals, that good dank metals, and the
You get
you-
ore.
eventually you can find like really great relics and stuff like that and try to fill out that museum that's empty. But yeah, so I was about that mine life for a couple days,
But
guys.
your farm is wilting away.
I mean, like I said, I have a dog. He's watching the farm.
The dog is watching.
He doesn't do
The
anything.
dog
He's
is
like,
farming
like
now.
I walk out the house. He's like, woof woof, and I'm like, yeah, buddy, watch the farm for me. Water my plants a little bit, and I leave. That's what I do.
Is in Stardew Valley, is there a thing where you can like automate like all your farming stuff?
You know
Whereas,
what?
like, Can you get a dog that plucks all your turnips for you? And
John,
stuff?
that's a great question. Right now, I'm about that mine life. So
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. Because right now, I'm seeing all these like different mine carts and train tracks all over the place.
What I can tell you about is mining.
Yeah, you started out with this pickaxe, man. Come on.
So, sorry. I just been like on my downtime while I throw like watching something on the TV. I'll just kind of just like go through the mine and just mine through it. You know, see what I can find. I'm sure I could be about that fishing life if I wanted to be, but I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Not there yet. I don't think I'm there yet. I mean, because I could go fishing at any time. I got that pole, right? He just was like, "Hey, you look like you need a pole," and he handed it to me, and I was like, "I don't know if this is fate or not, but maybe one day I'll be about that fishing life. But right now, I got to take this hoe with me and this pickaxe to the mine and be about that mine life." So I haven't done anything. I was waiting for a special someone to call me up and say, "Hey, let's do this Bloodborne stream," and
What?
he never contacted me.
What are you
That's okay.
talking?
You
You were gonna contact me.
John, you were there as he walked out the door. I said, I said the phrase, "Let me know about what's going on with that Bloodborne," and he was like,
I vaguely remember that.
No. When I left, I was like, I'm
"Let
gonna.
me know what's going on with that Bloodborne." He was like, "When? This weekend?" I was like, "No, Tuesday." And he was like, "Oh, okay," and you walked away.
No. It was wasn't it like?
Let's listen. It's okay. I decided as part of my mind life, I'm not gonna be like angry at you. Just go kick rocks, all right? So, all right, no, it's fine. So hopefully we'll get to it eventually. It's downloaded, it's ready to go. I was like, Pat's gonna contact me eventually.
You don't want to contact me on this stuff.
Okay, all right, no. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing, guys. So if that's all we've been playing, let's jump into a little bit of news. What's news? Do. We got a confirmation of Spider-Man for the PS4 on the date it's being released.
Oh.
September 7th is the date it's coming to console or PS4 console. About that PlayStation life over here. So yeah, that's why me and Alex are so far away.
Yeah, we're on opposite
We haven't
ends
connected
of the
in a while.
spectrum.
Is the Spider-Man a PS4 exclusive?
PS4 exclusive.
It
Marvel.
seems like that.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
seems like that.
Oh, that burns. But yeah,
Well-
Spider-Man release date has been shown. September 7th, coming out this year. I can't wait. They talked about a bunch of different things. They got no microtransactions in the game, which is wonderful. A bunch of unlockable suits. They showed off Spider-Punk recently and things like that. Also talked about maybe Spider-Man Noir suit's going to be in there and other things like that. I'm sure they're going to have like a plethora of suits and things you could do, which is pretty awesome. Like it. Pretty good. Any opinions on that at all?
I mean,
How many trailers have they released
Not
for
a
that
lot.
game?
A few. you know,
There's
couple-
just a
Yeah.
couple gameplay,
Yeah.
but like it's
Couple gameplay.
when it's
alright.
far off, you don't trust any of the trailers really.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess. Fine, whatever. Don't be about that life. I'm about the Spider-Man life. Let's
I
see
mean,
here.
it's only because like there hasn't really been a good Spider-Man game in like a long time.
Right now, I'm shooting.
So-
The way I'm hyped up about this is how I was hyped up for Arkham Asylum, because there was no good Batman game before that.
And then that one
came
knocked
out.
it out the
Okay.
park.
I see.
And from what
I disagree with that. Have you ever played Batman for NES? It's just
Okay,
called
yeah,
Batman.
Yeah, that was-
yeah, for a
Yes.
while.
That was pretty
Okay,
good
so
back in the day.
it's-
between Batman for NES to Batman Arkham Asylum,
I guess.
how many years was
I
that?
guess that's like two.
and how many
That's
bad
like two
Batman
That's like
games
20
did they
years.
get?
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. Yes. Okay. The Batman NES game, cool. Then you have a decade of bad.
Yeah.
2 decades of bad,
So
or like
yeah.
just like nothing.
yeah.
Same thing with Spider-Man now.
Next piece of news: Skybound announces new gaming publishing division. Robert Kirkman's Skybound Entertainment, which, if you don't know, is the company behind creating the Walking Dead comic book and things like that. They've announced their own, publishing company to publish games out there. So pretty cool. I'm all about that. New indie company coming on the scene. Any opinions on the piece of news here? Skybound Games coming out.
What? Who? Sorry.
The Walking Dead
The
comic,
Walking Dead company.
like the actual
The
comic,
comic
book.
book company is making a publishing studio.
Correct.
Okay.
That's right. They do have some. They're going to be re-releasing a couple of games that did come out and trying to release them full-on consoles.
Okay.
Some small indie titles.
But they don't own. They're not doing Walking Dead games.
No,
Like
they
the
don't do Walking
Telltale
Dead.
games.
That's Telltale.
Yeah,
So
they
Telltale.
the game
They
license.
have the gaming license for that
Yeah,
right
it
now.
goes
And
to
other things
Telltale.
like that. But yes,
Aren't they like on season like
created-
5 now or something like that? They're like on...
Yeah, whatever it is at.
Okay.
Wait, have you played any of the Telltale games?
No.
No. Okay, so
I've seen a few of them played, but
okay, basically, there's like a main character
uh-huh.
like from season 1, and now they're like on like season 5 or 4 or something like that, crazy, and like that character is like all grown up now, and it's like kind of crazy how
Oh,
the
okay.
storyline has gone.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but
Telltale games. If you've never played you never played a Telltale game?
I've never.
Adventures of Monkey Island or anything like that, or anything.
Adventures of Monkey Island is a Telltale game.
Yeah, classic Telltale game, I think. Right?
weren't
I thought
you?
you were talking about
No,
I thought
that-
was LucasArts.
Yeah, that was
Well,
LucasArts.
That was
I'm
LucasArts.
sorry.
That was
the
LucasArts.
newer ones.
Yeah, the newer ones are
Oh.
Telltale.
Okay.
The
God, we're not professionals.
I
guys.
played the first episode. I think
Of what,
it's
Walking Dead?
of the Walking Dead
Walking
Telltale.
Dead?
game.
The
Yeah.
first season as a whole is good.
it's regarded as like the best one.
I feel like I
Yeah.
saw a Let's Play of like a few of the Walking Dead.
I really
seasons.
like the Batman Telltale game that they did. It's
Yeah.
it's really well done. I have the second season downloaded.
They
ready
did
to
a
go.
Borderlands, they did a Minecraft. Like Telltale is like the Funko Pops of video games.
Okay. Okay.
Where they,
Yeah,
like, they, like,
Funko Pops basically.
Funko Pops.
They have their own style. They look at certain things.
and then it's just
Their
like
engine needs work, but they refuse to fix it.
and they
Yeah.
have like every franchise
Yeah.
that they're working on. Yeah.
Yeah, they got Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game.
They're
Minecraft.
basically the company that you're like, hey, you want a game that ties into your movie? We
Boom.
got you
Got
right
you,
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
We got
it's,
it.
It's basically a point and click adventure. Is what
Yeah.
It is,
Okay,
So
okay.
if you ever seen one of those, if you ever played one of those games,
Yeah,
it's essentially
yeah.
what it is. They had some bad ones. They got some good ones. I stand behind the Batman ones, guys. Play those. Those
Yeah.
are great.
Okay.
So yeah. So now looks like Skybound Games is a thing, and they're gonna be publishing some indie stuff, and we'll see where they go from there.
All right.
So
Excellent.
cool stuff. From there, you know what? This maybe is something you could talk about, Alex. So Microsoft is set to release a huge update to the Xbox to make the original Xbox game backwards compatible. Is that something you're excited about?
Yeah, I don't have any, but
Wait. So OG Xbox.
OG.
games.
Like if you have those
Xbox.
old
Yeah.
discs still laying around.
That's like.
That's
why,
cool.
Is Xbox 360 backwards compatible?
yes,
Yes,
they're
it is.
yes.
They did. They made
yeah.
an update, and
Yep.
now you
And
can
now
go
they,
back.
Okay.
I'm surprised. I mean, I never really. I know there's a couple games that I'd like to play that are off the Xbox,
Mm.
but not many. I think it's surprising that you even bring this up because I thought if you made the Xbox 360, I guess by proxy you'd make the Xbox
The OG
backwards
Xbox.
compatible.
Yeah.
So why
So
they're
long
doing
ago,
it right
though.
now, I guess. You know.
Yeah, I mean, so like that's what I'm saying. So I mean, are you excited about it as an Xbox owner?
Yeah. Now that you mention
This
it,
is the thing,
yeah,
right?
I
On
am.
this spectrum over here, that's one thing you
'Cause
got.
now I'm gonna
That's
go
the one
look-
thing that Xbox got on PlayStation is that none of our shit's backward compatible. So we
Yeah.
can't go back and play like the old stuff. Like I purposely have a box of old like PS2, PS1 games that I can't touch because literally like I just can't.
You know,
Don't
it would
work.
have been the same way for three. The one was because until our gaming community kind of just like was in full up flare. Like
Yeah.
this is fucking ridiculous. Don't you know?
Yeah,
You
they
can't
had
do
to
this to
something.
us.
And so now they were just like, here you go. And I'd like Sony to be, if you're watching, which you aren't, but I mean, if you did ever come across like something, yeah, man, come on. I mean, I'd like to play some of my old stuff. I'd like to go back and play OG Kingdom Hearts. You know,
Well, you got 1.5, 2.5.
no, I don't need to buy the game again. I have the game.
Good point. Good point.
No, but there's some old stuff I'd love to play, but just can't touch the discs, so I just had the discs. That's what happens. But yeah, cool, good stuff. Moving on from that, let me see here. Oh, this is the big piece of news that happened. The Niantic lawsuit they went through. So the Pokemon Go Fest debacle, right?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
that
happened.
was that in Chicago, right?
Yes,
yes.
there was a whole big thing.
I haven't heard about this.
And
What is this?
so
Okay.
It's like
Niantic-
2016, right?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
like a year
when,
ago.
like the first
2
year it
years
came
ago.
out. Yeah,
Okay.
that's when it happened. So Niantic is to pay out $1.6 million, in the Pokemon Go Fest lawsuit settlement. So during the time they had like this huge Pokemon Go Fest,
Uh-huh.
right? that was
Pokemon Go
supposed to happen.
Con, pretty much.
And there was supposed to be like huge things that were supposed to happen with like,
Events.
the game and everything like that. And the game got so fucked up that
'Cause
no one could play the game.
so many
people
that's
came
what-
in-
It was the thing. It was like
Ha-
you were supposed to get special stuff, great things, advertised like this to hell, and no one could get on the game. That day.
Really?
So
So
it was-
just because it was so packed?
Yeah, have you ever been to like a concert where it's just like so many people and it's so crowded that
I-
like cell phone service just shuts off?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I've been to. I remember the weekend that like Pokemon Go came out. I was at an anime convention, and like
And
like,
nobody
it
could
was-
like log in.
It was it was like so rare that you could like get it and actually like get it to work.
So imagine that company that couldn't fix that
Right.
made their own convention and a
Oh.
lot of people came in there just to play. So like
Wow.
Yeah,
So
and
imagine like an anime
so
convention
people
only-
traveled from all over the place to come to this huge thing that was happening, and
Nobody
it
could
was
log
plagued
in.
by problems. The game crashed frequently. They could not like play the game and get their special stuff, or even join in the festivity things that like are happening that you were supposed to be on the game with.
Wow.
That's why I never
So-
played it, was because I could never get on it.
Exactly.
I was like,
at the beginning, and so
yeah.
they tried to smooth
It
things
sucked.
over. They tried they refunded people their tickets, and
Right.
I believe they gave them like a little couple extra coins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it's
But
like
it was not enough for some people who
Some people, like,
had
I-
travel costs and things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And
I paid like $2,000 for my hotel and flight.
oh yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
back like $20 for my ticket or whatever.
so yeah, so they got to pay out a $1.6 million.
They just got everybody in there, and
lawsuit.
they were like, Pokemon will find a way, and somehow everybody will be able to get on there and get awesome loot.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean-
I don't know. I don't even know if there's still another Pokefest. I don't even know what
I
if that's
don't.
happening. or
Yeah.
not. But
Wouldn't
yeah,
chance
I
it.
assume that they wouldn't chance it again because of how fucked things got with that
I
first
mean,
one.
it's a good idea. Like that's a good idea to base a con around. But like if it's not gonna work, like,
I was like-
then that's obviously not a great idea.
Yeah,
like-
that's the thing that sucks about it, right? Like maybe if they waited like a year
Yeah.
after the game came out and like got all
I
the
don't know. I
bugs
don't think
kicked
so.
out, maybe the game would have been fine.
But
But literally, this happened like right like within like the first I forgot like
It's like 3 months into Pokemon.
It's like
at the
newsflash.
height of its like
Yeah.
its craze,
Right.
you know.
Right. Wow.
It's like newsflash. Pokemon is popular.
Yeah.
Prepare for it.
Right.
if
right.
you're having an event,
Yeah, at the beginning I couldn't really get on a lot, and like people were choosing teams and this and that, and people were being all shitty about it, like things like that. I just haven't gone back to the game at all. I don't even have it on my phone anymore. So
Yeah, me
that's-
neither. Actually, I think like after like the first like 6 months, I think I just like took it off and never used it again.
Yeah,
But we know people that like are like
Yeah,
still
yeah, there
into
are
it.
people
Like
who like
actually,
it.
we
We
know
know
it.
people who are still into it. It's
they're
not,
like
it's not
super
like-
into it. Actually,
Yeah.
It's cool and happy for you. Just next time make it better when you first roll it out, because otherwise it's not gonna catch me. I got better things to do. I got that mind life to worry about.
Yeah, I got better things to do than to learn how to spin a ball right. Like,
Exactly. So yeah, well, that's the big news of the week. It's pretty much all we got. So let's jump over to the topic of the week. Topic of the week, of course, was the mobile gaming platform question I posed to you guys earlier. What do we think? Do we think that mobile gaming is going to be a huge thing in the future? Do we think that this is going to be something where it's going to be on a level where like console games are now coming day and date with console and mobile games?
nah.
No?
I mean,
Mm-mm.
like even with the Switch is trying.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
But
they blended what is a home console and a portable console. You know, but just too much of a big difference.
Yeah, like there's the main problem I think is like your input device. Like because the thing is in order for a phone to be effective as a phone, like it's best to have like as few like extra bits hanging off the ends of it as possible. So I doubt that you're ever gonna get another phone that's gonna be like, oh, and it's got a thing attached or it attaches with this thing. And so I think that like I just think that like I think phones have sort of hit their peak. Like not as I think they've hit their peak as far as like games are concerned right
Well,
now.
we'll see. I mean, like I never thought a day would come where I could see games like Fortnite or PUBG
Be like
being
mobile,
played.
yeah.
Yeah.
online. Like literally, those are online only games.
Right.
Yeah.
You had 100 people on a map, right? And everybody's playing together, and that's what we're playing right now. You know, and that's what's happening right now. And like literally, like they had to put like little. I forgot which one. I think maybe Fortnite had to put in their game now. Please stop playing this during class because like there was so like people were complaining about the kids playing the game so much in class that they were not paying attention.
Right.
You know? So.
Yeah, I can't even imagine
Heck,
nowadays.
you imagine when we were kids if we
Can't.
had like console games like on our phones and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know, like because I was just at that period where people had phones in the classroom and like they were trying to hide them and stuff like that.
We
but
just pass notes, man. Just
We had
word.
calculators, with Super Mario on there.
boob,
This is like,
turn
yeah,
upside down, it's boob.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. I think I might be on the other side of this. I think that we're seeing it evolve more and more, right? Like online only, the infrastructure of it, and having this type of game come to it and work properly. Like I think it spells like this is probably the next handheld market that's going to be. There aren't going to be handheld like things like this happening. You know, literally these phones are in everybody's hands already. It'd be smart for them to look at it as like a viable option to bring certain games to it, especially games that like this are selling like hotcakes, and people are really invested into them. And all it is basically a free mobile game that you grab up and transaction the hell. That's what you're getting. Literally, battle royale, Fortnite battle royale is literally a free game you get, and it's all cosmetic, right? That you're buying,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
You can play the game whatever you want,
By
you know?
dances and flags or whatever. Yeah.
So I think that it's going down the road of like we're probably going to see huge games happen on a mobile market. I think we're going to see like, if not, we're going to see games that like literally compete for like popularity come to phones. Maybe certain ones that are really specifically made for a mobile market.
So, it will never compare though, for me at least, because today we're used to like something as big as like a PS4 to like as big as like a PC,
Mm-hmm.
like as something we put at home.
Right.
And then when we're walking on our day-to-day lives, we're used to something like this big. So
Phone. He's looking at the phone.
when a company has something this big to work with, they're not going to be able to put as much power into it, no matter how much technology advances, compared to a company that has this much room to work with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So the home console or home PC will always be just like super more powerful compared to whatever you can like just take on your phone or take on the go. That's what I meant. Like so, like yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll see. But
So there will always be like a dedicated home gamer.
Yeah.
that,
I
like,
understand what you're trying to say, but let's
Yeah.
let's take a look at the Switch, right? Everything that's
they're
about
trying to blend it, but
But
It's
the
still-
Switch, the Switch isn't a phone.
the Switch.
no,
and
it's not yet,
and
right?
it's still-
but it's the smallest home console you can get. Literally, that little dock up there literally just charges it. All
See-
it is that screen.
Exactly,
Right?
but like but then how much power does that put out?
Well,
compared
exactly.
to like
I'm
a
just
PS4
saying,
or an
I'm
Xbox
saying like
One.
when you're looking at it, right? One thing that I don't like to do so much is like I don't want to carry on the Switch with me and like pull it out like on a train or a bus as often as like because it's a big clunky thing kind of still, even though how small it is.
Yeah.
Right. If I could pull out my phone and just play it on there, it's like, well, I'm on my phone. It's fine. It's a normal thing, right? But like when we're looking at the size of the Switch right now, if you know pull that Switch over here for me, Pat. Let's take a look at this. Right. This is a
Compared
Switch.
to this,
Let's compare it right now. So we're looking at right now. It's only just by a small margin.
that's not a
Right.
small margin, dude.
Yeah, but
That's
then-
not.
Right? I'm
But
just
also, that's a Switch that doesn't have controllers on it.
Again-
So where are you putting the controller?
again.
sections?
Fortnite and PUBG play on the phone just perfectly fine with touchscreen controls.
I don't know. Have you played it?
I've seen it played.
Okay.
And it looks just
well
fine.
until you
It-
played it. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm not qualified to talk about.
Okay,
that.
all right. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm being
I've
the
seen it
devil's
play.
advocate. Let's not bite the devil advocate's head off, guys.
It has trash frame rate.
Does it?
I've seen it played.
I'm
It's
just
bad.
saying. I'm just saying that right now, sure. Like at this moment, no, it can't happen, right? But I'm just saying, if we can get a full-on the smallest console you can get right here in my hand, the Switch I'm holding right now. If you can get it to this size and have it compete with everyone else already, it is competing.
It's not
And-
gonna compete. It's not gonna compete. Like imagine if if Sony or
I mean,
Microsoft
it is
came out with a
selling
new
like
console.
hotcakes right now. And
It
it is competing.
It's selling, but it's not in terms of like the power it can put in.
Well, I'm not saying the power. Again, we can argue power at another date, but I'm talking about marketability. I'm talking about like it being in the hands of people, right? Like people see this and there's like, oh, I can play this, right? So people see this phone, oh, I can play that. People see the huge system, and people like us in this room, we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want that, you know. But then a a general public person can go into a store and look at that thing. It's like, that seems very complicated, you know. But like this, oh, I know how to use this. I use it every day. So I'm
you're
just
looking at
saying that I'm just saying eventually, maybe
ease
not,
of
maybe
use?
not a year from now, maybe not 5 years, maybe not 10 years, but I'm saying like 15, 20 years from now, what's the technology look like then? How small and how powerful can things get?
So don't get me wrong. I think that eventually, like technology tends to like get like
Crazy.
better and better, like I guess exponentially.
Yeah.
But like I think that eventually our like phones will be able to run like The Witcher 3 or whatever without any lag.
Yeah.
But the problem is that like how are you gonna play The Witcher 3 on your phone like without a controller?
And that's the thing.
The problem isn't about
I'm on your
power.
side here, John. I'm on your side.
No,
Listen,
I'm on
I'm
the-
just a common gamer from common town.
Okay.
I'm on your side. Like for me, if there's no controller, it doesn't have that feel for me, right?
Right.
I don't like the touchscreen controls as much, right? I didn't like them when they used them on the Vita, which is why I never bought it. So that's what happened there. But I'm just saying that eventually things can happen,
So
right?
okay, eventually when your phone can play The Witcher 3, what can your home console play?
Pat's
Like, that's
also
gonna
got a
be
good point
crazy.
Well,
there.
exactly,
It's
and
gonna
that's
be
what I'm saying.
crazy what they're gonna
I'm
be
just
able
saying,
to put out
like,
there.
I'm just saying, right now, this little thing right here, I'm holding the Nintendo Switch again. This thing is competing with that thing, and it's competing with the Pro version of that thing. It's also competing with. I'm pointing at the PlayStation 4. I'm sorry, guys. Audio listeners, I'm sorry. And then like for the Xbox fans out there, there's a Scorpio. There's the Xbox One console, right? But this handheld Nintendo Switch right here that is not as powerful. They can't put every single one of the large games on it, but could still have certain things made for it, and it's still selling like hotcakes, can compete. And so I'm saying that, yes, 15, 20 years from now, what will our PlayStations and Xboxes look like? And what will we run? Probably something fucking beautiful. I hope. I saw Ready Player One a couple times this weekend, guys. I want that version.
Yeah, I want my immersive haptic
I want
suit
immersiveness.
feedback. You know,
All right?
like
I love
full body
I love
suit.
fucking VR. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I want them to fucking shoot my consciousness into the fucking
Yeah.
VR. Is what I want.
I was
But
gonna
I'm just
bring up the
saying-
same thing. I was like, I saw Ready Player One, and I want my fucking Oasis jumpsuit.
I'm ready
That's what
already
I'm
there.
saying.
I
Yeah.
pre-ordered already, guys.
when your phone
X1.
can run, when your phone can run Witcher 3, we're already gonna have just like neural implants going on or whatever.
Yeah. And I'm just saying. I'm saying that eventually, I think that this can be a viable market eventually. Right now, it's in like.
I mean, it's a viable market right now, but
It
it's just,
wasn't because I thought it was dead, and then like PUBG and Battle and fucking Fortnite decided to put their shit on there. It was like, is this still a thing? Because I thought like we got little tap games now, little runner games.
The
But now we're
runner
going
games
back
and
to the mobile
clickers.
market because like there was a
Yeah.
point where like they were trying to put everything on their mobile versions, and they
Right.
were not like the real games. Have you ever played those like Call of Duty versions on the phones?
I've not.
Those things were shitty as shit.
No.
You couldn't. They were
No
not
way.
Call of Duty games. They were the Diet Pepsi of them.
Final
light,
Fantasy 15
so-
did the same thing too, actually.
Yeah, they try to do things that aren't the game, but this is the game. This is
Okay.
PUBG. This is Fortnite. They are on it. Are they run as well? Probably not. But I'm just saying that
So-
eventually they're going back to the well again. It's like, well, maybe there's something tasty here. Let me check this well again.
So, question. So, both Fortnite and PUBG just released mobile versions of their game.
PUBG was a little while ago. Fortnite, I believe.
Hasn't
Don't
she-
quote me how long ago it was. I want to say within like the last month. Was it? But PUBG was a
Okay.
little bit further back than that.
Okay, so here's my theory. I don't think that this is a trend that's happening with all games. I think this is just a thing that PUBG did to compete with Fortnite, and
And
now
then
Fortnite is
Fortnite- also
also doing it. I don't think it's an indicator that everybody's going to try to put big games on mobile.
I don't know,
I
man.
think it's just Fortnite and PUBG are like really neck and neck right now, and they're trying to like get as many users as possible.
I get you. So the question I have then is, do you think, being someone who created games,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, you saw this new kid on the block coming down the block,
Yes,
and he's
I
like,
saw him.
he's doing my fucking gig. Look at that. He's wearing my shirt, my pants. I gotta do something new.
Stole your style.
Literally, is it that simple to port your shit to mobile?
No way.
That where you can just like on a whim, it's like I
I
gotta
feel
compete.
like-
I'm switching to mobile now.
I feel like both
Like,
both the
do you
teams.
think you don't think that was in development
Yeah,
ahead
for
of
a
time
while, yeah.
before that?
No. Okay. No. Okay. So here, I don't really understand your example.
I don't
so-
know. I'm trying to be fun here, buddy.
Okay,
We're having
okay.
fun. It's a fun podcast. We're not turning against each other. We're still friends, right?
No, I hate you.
But I mean, okay. So here's the thing about porting something to mobile, right? Like you can, if you're using, depending on the game engine you use, it's not super difficult to just change the slider and then like export it to that.
It's a slider. Shit.
Not a slider. I meant like it's like a drop down menu.
Okay, all right, got it.
Sometimes, depending on your engine, but it's easy to check that. But the problem is that a lot of times you'll run it and then it'll just crash because it's not designed to
Oh, okay.
work on that
Mhm.
So
system.
then you gotta go in the back end.
Yeah,
and
so
do
you got to
more
go in the
work.
back and you've got to optimize a lot of things. You got to make sure that like maybe this shader doesn't work right and everything looks purple for some reason, and then so it's not like super difficult, but it takes a little bit of doing. But also, it's like why
to
would
reach
you
a whole new
release
market.
it? Why would you release it on a console that's not meant to be on? Unless you're specifically trying to compete with like somebody else who's like also trying to compete with you.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. It's like,
I get what you're saying.
well,
I, get
I
what you're
mean,
saying.
maybe they were trying to release it to a wider audience.
Yeah, they are, but like,
Well, the reason they're doing that
that's
is
what
because
he's
they're
saying.
competing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're competing with everybody.
He's saying,
Everybody's
he's
always
not-
competing with
he's not-
everybody.
He's not saying it's a trend. He's saying it's just a counter action
Yeah.
to their competitors.
Like it's a close competition right now
Yeah.
between PUBG and Fortnite, and so they're really like working
Oh.
and seeing what's gonna like tip the scale.
Okay.
a
I'm
little
picking
bit.
up what you're
Alright.
putting down.
all right,
Yeah.
all right, okay.
He's
all
saying, it's saying like, this could probably like lead nowhere. That's what
Yeah.
he's saying it's just these two giants fighting each other. It's not gonna go
right.
anywhere.
all right.
I feel
Well,
you.
good conversation, guys. It was great. But yeah, like I said, who knows, guys? What do you guys think out there? Send us comment, whatever. Do what you guys want to do. Send us topics, comments, things like that to popcybernetwork@gmail.com.
Y'all do you.
Or comment on comment over there too on our social media. Be great. So good stuff. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I for me, if I had to choose between this thing, I'm holding my phone, and my PlayStation, I choose the PlayStation every time. Now, of course, the Oasis comes out. Fuck every company.
Yeah.
Wait.
Or what
Hey,
if they got like it's like a phone, but then you push a button on the phone, and then it like does a transformer style transformation into a PS4, and then you can plug it in.
So it was like the Sony PlayStation phone, and like I press a button.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
the phone. Oh
Okay.
man,
No,
that's like that's an amalgamation of both our ideas.
Yeah,
there,
right?
Yeah.
You gotta,
Right.
Or how about this? You gotta think 5 steps ahead. Like, what if when your phone can run the Oasis? What will your home console be able to run then?
What if there is no home console anymore? What if we don't live in the world anymore? What if we're just on Cyber World?
Yeah.
What will your Mars console be able to run?
Yeah, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us here on the podcast. Again, you guys can find out more about us at popsamurynetwork.com. We're gonna be doing some more Twitch stuff soon. Hopefully, you guys are joining us. Hopefully, Pat contacts me about some streams.
You know how to work me up.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, if you guys just head over there, find out the schedule on twitch.tv/popsamurynetwork. Right now, we do live No Games No Life, but we got some other stuff in the works. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Of course, we'll be streaming some games. There's plenty of stuff coming out very soon. I know that we wanted to do the Kirby game.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We did want to do that. Right. So
Well, you say, yeah, I want to do that one.
we'll see what happens. We'll see. Of course, plenty of stuff on the horizon, like God of War, things like that. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll play some Fortnite. Who knows?
Maybe.
Oh.
You know, we should.
We'll be
actually.
playing on our phones, and we'll be like, "Oh man, this is a really inferior controller."
You know what we should do?
It
We should
is.
do a back-to-back stream where it's like first we play it on the console, then we play on the phones. Then we decide we figure out which end is which. That does really good. So
God, no, like I don't want to be like the, what do you say, like
I don't know what
when
you're
you're
trying
like
to
too picky. What is that? What is that word?
Like a nitpicker,
Whatever. Like about frame rate. Like when
like an
something's
elitist.
Yeah, elitist
PC
about-
elite man.
not just that, just like about just regular frame rate. When I see when Bloodborne drops frame, like Bloodborne still drops frames,
say.
and I just, it pisses me off. I don't know why. So like I want a smooth 60. If I can get higher, I love it even more. But like when it goes below 30, it's just like, oh, what am I even?
Yeah,
watching?
your game can be like the best looking game when that frame rate drops.
Whenever it's just like I'm watching a PowerPoint.
yeah.
It feels like, oh, I feel you, man. It's just like, I would prefer like not even looking that good and just running super smooth.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for joining us here. Join us next Wednesday, every Wednesday, hopefully live. We'll see what happens if everything keeps up. And stay tuned for some more news and everything like that. Keep it locked to all our social media. Subscribe, like, and share it, everything. This has been your host, Jelani Hoon, along with host.
John Harwood.
Alex Pacheco.
And we end off the podcast every week with a Yahoo Answers question from the video game section of Yahoo Answers. And again, I will state very, very succinctly from the video game section of Yahoo answers.yahoo.com, right? And this week's question is: do you have a Geiger counter? Nothing else. That's it. That's all. That's the question.
Geiger?
I'm gonna catch you guys next week.
Is that the earthquake?
See ya.